sounds like congratulations are in order for you. Any idea of the big day?
Not sure yet. And I probably wouldn't tell you guys yet anyway. So, but that's obviously an exciting thing. Obviously to, obviously for me and C, that's exciting. It's a blessing, that's for sure. And to have a child is an amazing, probably the biggest miracle there is in the world. So I'm excited about that.
Which teammates do you lean on for some fatherly advice?
Oh man, there's a lot of guys. Guys like Cliff Averill, Michael Bennett. You really look up to those guys, and they're such good parents too as well. So there's so many different guys. Earl, Richard Sherman. There's a lot of guys.
What's fatherhood mean to you?
What's fatherhood mean to me? Well, I was telling somebody the other day. I was telling Tater and a couple other people the other day. If I can just be half the dad that my dad was to me. I'm doing something pretty good. So I just think constantly loving, constantly being there. And so same thing. I am a stepdad too. So it's the same thing there. You just love unconditionally. You love at all costs, and I think that's the best thing about it.
How's your pectoral injury doing?
Yeah, the great thing is my ankle's no longer listed, so that's a great thing. It's a little sore, but I think we'll be fine and get over it, and just continue to rehab at the highest level as much as I can.
Was that on the Chandler Jones?
That was one of those plays. I don't remember what play it was actually. It just kind of got me, on one of those plays in the game. There's so many plays in there, so many crazy moments. So, but obviously, like I said, the focus is just obviously being ready for the game and trying to get there and be at 100% and do as much as I can to be full force.
Is there any way you won't play Sunday?
That's not the plan. You know me. So I'm going to do everything I can to be ready at the highest level.
How's it affecting you, pectoral, to throw on that side?
Well, anytime you have a pec injury, it's a little funny. It's not crazy bad or anything like that. Just just treating it as much as I can, trying to be smart this week. It says limited on practice. I don't know what's considered limited, but just trying to be smart as I can and do as much as I can and be smart about that.
Now that you're a few days removed from that game, what do you take away from Sunday night and the offensive numbers and performance?
Well, I think we got to play better. I think we've been playing really good all year for the most part. We've been playing tough. We played some tough opponents, and we put in a tough environment against a very good football team, the Arizona Cardinals. It comes down to making plays and just doing our job, and we can all get better. Starts with me there, and I'm excited about that opportunity. As you guys know, I love a challenge, and you just ignore the noise and continue to stay focused on what you can. And ultimately, our main goal is to win. And to do whatever it takes to win. I don't like dying, like I said. I'm not sure if people like my idea, but I like the idea of playing a whole fifth quarter and then going into overtime after that fifth quarter. If it doesn't work, then, might as well kick a field goal and see who wins. But I like that idea.
What is the challenge in your mind this week and kind of building off of last week?
I think the challenge, it's just continue to try to be consistent. I think that's every week. We want to be great on third down. We got to get better on third down. It's something that we're looking forward to. We had that a little bit last year for at the beginning there, and then we kind of lit fire and didn't let it go for a long time. So I think that's just our goal is just stay on the field. We've got so many great players. We want to stay on the field as much as we can. It comes down to just executing our assignments. Up front to the receivers, to the running backs, to myself, all of us together, working together to find a way to make that third down and keep the chains moving and then obviously get the ball in the end zone.
So your double overtime idea is go out and have another coin flip, and then if you win, send Hauschka out there to kick it, and if he makes it, you guys win. If he misses, you lose, and that's it.
Yeah, I like the idea personally, I like the idea of playing, the 15-minute fifth quarter. Obviously, you score a touchdown, the game should be over. I love that idea. You kick a field goal. The first team who gets the ball kicks the field goal. The other team gets the ball, very similar to how our game was. And then, obviously, you kick the field goal, tie it up just like our game. I like that idea. Just continue to play till somebody scores next. But then after that, I think somebody should win. And I think that you play that 75 minutes, for a reason. And I think that it'd be cool to, go out after you did the first whole overtime, you go out again and then flip a coin toss, and whoever wins the coin toss gets to kick the field goal, and that's a 50-50 obviously coin toss, and then you get a chance from the 35-yard line. It's a long field goal. You got to make it, and all you can do is kick a field goal, and if you win, if you make it, you win. If you miss it, you lose. I don't know. I just don't think a tie is very fun.
You pitched that to Pete. Did he have any feedback on it?
I haven't talked to him about it. I'm sure he heard.
52-yard field goal theoretically. So could the team say they don't want it and like play defense on that, or
Say it
they
again.
have to kick the field goal?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess you don't have to choose a field goal. If let's say your kicker was injured or something like that, you could make them kick the field goal and see if they make it. I think it's a long enough field goal where it's a long distance field goal where the guys got to have a good leg and got to make it, and a lot of pressure obviously. And I think when you play 75 minutes, a long football, which is great. I like the idea of the fifth quarter playing the whole thing. Obviously, like I said, if you score a touchdown, you win. But at the end of that, got 80,000 people there watching to see who wins. I think it'd be cool to have a winner in somehow, in some way. I think it'd be a quick solution, after that.
Was there any change in your so they scored first, they kicked the field goal, you guys get the ball, you drove down, kick a field goal. Was your approach there to just try to score a touchdown, or was there any thought at all of, well, all we need to really do is get into field goal range, we keep the game going, or?
Well, the approach is always to score a touchdown. I think.
But I don't know. Do you feel like that changed it at all? That you sort of knew what you needed, though, the minimum, or?
I think you're alert to what you need. I think, like I said, you're always trying to score a touchdown. That's always better. But I think that as you're going down the field, you just continue to play one play at a time. You don't think about it too much. You're just trying to make the right play that time, and then move on to the next play, make the next right one, and then obviously you got to know where field goal range is and all those things, just in case it's like fourth down or third down or whatever. You want to get your field goal kicker in field goal range at least. So I think that's the philosophy, if that's what you're asking. But I think obviously the goal is to see if we can score a touchdown quick.
How are you dealing with the mental aspects of one injury after another?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great about it. I think that ultimately it's you gotta be mentally tough about it. You gotta have the mental fortitude and to really overcome the situation. So I'm good. Like I said, the best part about it is my ankle feels good, so that's a good thing.
So in overtime, you obviously had some more success. Were you playing through that injury at that time?
Yeah, I was playing through that injury then.
Does that give you some confidence that you were still throwing the ball pretty well despite that?
Yeah, for sure. I think that definitely gives you confidence, and I think that you got to be mentally tough through it. Like I said, the ultimate goal is to find a way to win the game, and so obviously this week he's just trying to be smart. We don't play till Sunday, so I keep telling the trainers we still got 4 full days. So that's exciting news.
Did it feel worse, like a day or two later, or that sort of thing? Is it like the adrenaline of the game kind of gets you through that, and it feels.
Well, anytime you have a injury, obviously, the next 24, 48 hours, it's always a little bit more sore. So just working that soreness out and trying to feel great.
How does it affect your throwing right now?
Well, like I said, I'm just trying to be smart when I'm throwing. I could definitely throw it, if I needed to. Just trying to, hard or whatever if I needed to. I was just trying to, I obviously pace it out. Like I said, I'm not playing until Sunday, so. That's a good thing.
Up to this point, did you kind of know, was there any feeling you were on borrowed time to never have missed a game or never been injured or missed a practice for 4 seasons, and now it all happens, 3 injuries in 6 games, that maybe the law of averages are evening out in a sport to play like this?
Well, you don't play this game thinking you're not going to ever get, dinged up or injured. I think that, you always kind of have some times where you get little bumps and bruises. You get, an ankle here and there and all that. I've had some tough ones. But the great thing has been able to overcome it. I look forward to, to the overcoming the storm. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my mental thought process on it. I look forward to it. I think it's a great thing. I think that it allows us to come together as a team continually to overcome injuries across the board. We've had a couple guys get injured and some great players too as well and get injured, and you think about Cam and different guys that we're trying to get healthy again and all that, and it's a testament to our football team of how tough we are across the board. And a guy like Tyler Lockett, for example, a guy who's gotten injured a little bit, and he's overcoming his situation, and so those are all good things in my opinion. Just because we do have a good record right now, we're in a good place, and we want to continue to build on that. And so, and the trainers are doing a great job of keeping us going.
Based off that, it's a tough turnaround this week, though. You guys got back late. A lot of guys were gassed, and you got to turn around and fly across the country. Any concerns?
No concerns at all. No, we'll be good.
Have you talked to Jimmy about returning to New Orleans? And if not, what do you expect his return to be like?
I haven't really talked to him too much about returning to New Orleans. I know that he'll be excited to go back there and play in that stadium again. It's gonna be a tough crowd, that's for sure, and he had a lot of great moments there. But he's really focused on getting ready for the game and just playing his best football, like he always does. And so I'm excited for him though.
It's been 4 or 5 weeks of really good play for him. Just what's he bring to the offense when he's playing like this?
Well, he's a tremendous football player. He's tough as nails. He can do it all in terms of catching the football, blocking. He's got so many great plays in him. And he's just going to continue to build. So it's exciting to watch such a special player. We have so many guys like that, and from Doug Baldwin to Jimmy to Jermaine Kearse, the catch that Kearse made the other night. The play that Doug made. The plays that Jimmy was making, and then you think about a guy like Tyler Lockett, who's, like I said, who's overcoming situations, but once he gets the football in his hands, he's super dangerous. So I think there's a lot of great things that, and great players that we have. I keep naming down the list, but it's exciting to be around that many great players and the guys who love the game and love to work.
Also, what do you feel you have to do to get the run game more consistent, get going at a better clip at this stage?
I think the first thing is we got to be great on third down, because it allows us to move the chains and keep going. I think that's the first thing with everything, from the passing game to the running game to what we really want to do. So I think once that happens, I think that'll really help us. And then you just continue to just take what they give you. And I think Kristen Michael's doing a tremendous job. He's breaking some nice runs. He's physical. He's quick. We'll just keep getting better and keep building.
What stands out to you about the Saints?
Well, their defense flies around. They got a lot of players that have played a lot of football in the sense of, this year. You think about all their DBs and their dime package and their nickel package. They got a lot of different people that come in and out of the game. Their defensive front does a lot of different things too as well. And Cameron Jordan's a great player too as well, as you watch him on film. And there's just a lot of guys, causing havoc and making plays, and they hustle to the ball really well. So they're exciting defense to watch in the sense of how hard they play. Especially when you turn on the film. They're trying to overcome. Obviously they're a tough football team, and obviously when you think about their quarterback Drew Brees, a good friend who's a great football player, and tons of respect for. He helps the motor run for them and their whole team.
What's the thing that you've learned from Drew? Because you've mentioned that relationship before. And what's he kind of helped you see or realize, or maybe mention?
Football-wise, like specifically, or just the whole experience.
I was thinking more football, but you're free to answer whichever side you'd like.
In terms of football-wise, I think one of my best moments, one of my coolest moments, was when I was able to when I was on the Pro Bowl team my rookie year, and Drew Brees was on my team too as well. We were on the same team, and I think it was Drew Brees, myself, Eli Manning, and it was just a really cool experience. I remember watching Drew and his presence, Drew and his ability to capture the guys and make sure that everybody's on the same page, and just his knowledge of the game. And he loves studying. His footwork is phenomenal. He's a great quarterback. He can make all the throws. He's accurate as can be. He's tough, and so he's a guy that I've always looked up to, even in college and high school too as well. Watched him play a ton of football, and he's just a great family person too as well. Know his family pretty well, and just gotten to know them over the years, and just like I said, I have tons of respect for how he plays the game, and he's first class as can be. And like I said, his work ethic is what makes him so special. So I think that just watching him there, and this that was one of the coolest experiences I've had in my professional career, being around somebody that you really look up to, and he's a Hall of Fame quarterback for a reason, and it's because he overcame the odds, and that's what I really respect about him. Is a lot of people told him that he couldn't do it, and he's done it through hard work, through dedication. And through just making great plays too, and clutchness. So you respect the game, you respect the man that he is.
Hey Russell, going back to third down, how important is first down and getting positive yardage in that, so you don't get in on third down in a negative situation?
Well, on first down, you're always trying to get something positive. You don't want to make it want to make it 2nd and 10. You want to try to have it 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. Continue to get positive plays and keep the chains moving, and so I think that we're doing a pretty good job of keeping it 3rd and short for the most part. When we have it 3rd and long forever, that's when it makes it tough, especially. But last week we had some good chances, and like I said, it comes down to making plays, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that, and we look forward to that.
How concerned are you with this pack?
Not concerned, not concerned crazy or anything like that. You just, like I said, the good thing is my ankle's feeling better. You just got to treat what I'm treating right now, and just overcome the situation.
How is the knee?
Knee's feeling good too. Yep.
Are there any other parts that we haven't asked about? Just
Well,
so we don't miss. I mean, not personal, but
No, I'm good.
Where do you feel like your mobility is at compared to what it has been in the past?
In the past couple weeks, or just in the past?
In general, past few years.
Obviously, I've had a pretty, relatively serious injury with my knee. So, that's, they told me I wasn't supposed to play for 4 weeks, maybe longer. So, you just overcome it, and so I wouldn't say I'd be lying to you to say my mobility is 100%, but I feel really good right now. So, you just take 1 week at a time. You go out there and try to find a way to win, and try to find a way to continue to help our football team win in whatever way possible.
You trying to talk Bevel and Carroll into running more zone read stuff to try and get the run game going?
No, I don't think you try to talk them into it. I think it's just one of those things that, every game dictates, something different, and so it's not necessarily, hey, this will necessarily work this game. Every game dictates something different, how teams try to play certain things, and so we're going to do a great job. I'm looking forward to this week. I'm looking forward to the challenge that we have going to New Orleans and finding ways to make big time plays.
Anything else?
Thank you guys. Go Hawks.